Well, I was 14, and my cousin got me into music. He got me into all like American stuff and cool stuff. He was 2 years older than me, Dave. And Deep Purple was one of the bands, and it was like, Hendrix, Zeppelin, and all this stuff. And I loved Deep Purple. There was something about it kind of spoke to me, great musicianship, although I didn't know anything about music per se. And they were playing the Brixton Sundown, which is now the Academy, I think. But we went down. It was my first gig ever. We waited in line and actually got right up against the stage, front row. And it was right in front of Ritchie. And he came out, Purple came out, and he just blew me away. It was way more than I expected. It was just a lot. And, after that, I was like dazed. I went home to my mum and dad. I said, I need a guitar. I have to have a guitar. It took 2 years before I actually got it. But it actually changed my life. I know it sounds kind of corny, but that particular thing. And it was what he was doing. And actually, as I got better at playing, I actually could realize what he was actually saying, or what that incident actually was saying to me.
When you started trying to play like him, did you find it a little more? What sort of experience was that?
Well, a lot of the stuff, you usually get blues scales. You listen to blues stuff. I was very much into that, just the regular B.B. King stuff, as well as Zeppelin. Everyone was kind of doing that thing, even Hendrix, But with Blackmore, he'd colour it a different way. He'd go a little jazzy. He'd do these East Indian bends and kind of notes and stuff that wasn't the norm, for regular guitar players. So you go, oh, that's a bit weird, and it just brought notes that I wasn't aware of. You just hear them, and I don't know if every musician, I constantly have music going off in my head all the time. So it introduced a new kind of colour into it, if you like.
And what about his attitude? I mean, he was quite an aggressive player, wasn't he?
Well, that's what I took with me. That was the main thing that spoke to me. I not just the smashing up of the guitar, but how he played. It was very aggressive. And
Did you start it? Did you say that was what the aggression was something that spoke to him?
The aggression was something that really spoke to me. And I don't just mean the violence of smashing guitars up, but actually the playing. It was like very aggressive, and he'd hit everything with a guitar pick. Some people, there's this hammer-on thing, it's that you hit it and it can be soft and gentle, but he would attack it. And that's something I definitely, I use a metal pick and very heavy strings, and I'm very aggressive with my playing. And I also put that down, so I didn't suffer teenage angst. And I think I had an outlet, not just the artistic expression getting fulfilled, but there was also an aggression that I took with me, and it was like taking it out on the guitar, and it would you could scream and everything, you could do all this stuff, and it was just like an outlet. So I had that valve. I didn't have, I didn't go around beating kids up and smashing things up and stuff like that, because I had this thing. And I do think that moment when I saw Blackmore, that really helped that kind of process, kicked it into gear, actually.
Yeah.
I jammed with Ritchie Blackmore in very early 80s, in my band Girl I was in. We were kind of a glam rock band, and Ritchie came down to the Marquee, was playing the Marquee Club, and I think he was interested, everyone was interested. My girlfriend at the time, Liz, she was gorgeous, and I got to talking to Ritchie, like, and I think she actually said, Liz said, you should go up on stage and jam with him. And he said, okay. We got up and he played my Strat, which again was very interesting. I got my Fender Stratocaster, the main guitar on the stereo album is called Felix. It's a black Strat with a maple fretboard, and just like Ritchie played, and that's why I got it. And he actually got to play it, which was a thrill for me. We'd done Born to Be Wild, and it was interesting. Another interesting thing is the side of the stage that I play on. I didn't realise this until Def Leppard played the Brixton Academy one year, and I went out and I went, oh my God, this is the gig, my first gig, and I didn't realise that until going in, and I thought, so the reason I stand there is because that's where I saw Ritchie. So and the Strat, so little things like that, little kind of iconic little features that I didn't realise that came back years later, and went, oh, okay, makes sense. The reason I actually play guitar is because of Ritchie Blackmore. Easy as that.